Hey everybody, welcome back to 2 Acres Evolving. Today I finally get to get out and do a project outside and I'm really excited for it. I feel like spring is right around the corner and there's a problem area in my backyard that I've been wanting to deal with. Actually, let me go ahead and flip the camera around and I'll just take you over there and show you what I'm talking about. So this is the area that I'm going to be working on. I have this flower bed over here with the David Austin roses, and then I have the wooded flower bed over here on this side, and then there's this little area of grass right here that is a pain to mow. So before the mowing season starts, I wanted to get out here and connect to these two flower beds so I don't have to worry about mowing that area anymore. And then I'll do some kind of a pathway from the steps to the grass. I'm not gonna be able to do that today, but that's what I have planned. And then I'm going to cut the edging out with this edging tool that I already have out here. And some other things that I'm going to be using is this tiller. And then I have some parts for the drip tubing. The drip tubing I have out here, it's sitting out in the sun. It comes all coiled up, so I like to lay it out in the sun and let it warm up a little bit because it's easier to handle than being all coiled up. But I'm going to be installing drip tubing in this area. I have drip tubing run in the front of this flower bed, but I don't have anything run in the back. So I'm gonna run some through the back and then all through this area. I'm gonna do a grid pattern, similar to what I did in the flower bed up front along my privacy fence. And then I will be eventually installing drip tubing through this entire area. I don't think I have enough to do the entire area, but I'm gonna go with, I have 200 feet of drip tubing right now. So I'm just gonna go as far as I can into this flower bed. So the first thing that I'm gonna do though is I'm going to come through and clean this flower bed up a little bit. I've got some leaves that I need to clean up, and then I have these Supertunia, I believe these were the Supertunia Vista Silverberry that I never pulled after they died this winter. So I'm gonna come in and clean those up, and that'll make it easier to get the drip tubing through this back area and then run it through the rest of this area. Also, I have this water hose, in case you're wondering. I have this water hose laid out right here. This is where I'm gonna be cutting the edge of the flower bed. I find it's easier to use a water hose because you can form it in any shape that you want. And then you have a guide to cut the flower bed out. Okay, so I got the edge all cut out, and I'm pretty sure that this edge is the easiest edge that I've cut out on my property so far. I was expecting the ground to be real compacted and hard, but it wasn't too bad at all. It cut out pretty smoothly. So now what I'm going to do is get the grass and weeds out of this area, and then I will get the drip tubing laid down. Now there's one thing that is going to be going in this area that I don't have any of it, so it's not going to be in this video, but I am going to mulch this. The same mulch that's in these 2 flower beds I'm going to mulch this middle area up as well, but I don't have any mulch right now to do that, so I'm gonna have to put that on hold for a second. But at least I can get it cut out and get the drip tubing in and start thinking about what plants I want to put in here. Okay, so it's the next day and it is extremely windy out here, so I hope you all can hear me. But this is what I've gotten done so far. Got all this done, and then I buried the drip tubing that goes in the back of this flower bed. I had to go by Lowe's and get some more of these T-connectors, and I had to get some landscaping staples as well to hold it down. And when I got home last night, it was too late to get out here and do any more filming. So at this point, I'm going to continue going on into this flower bed. As you can see, I have a T-connector that connects all this grid. And then I have an open area that I can continue on this way. So I'm going to curve it around this flower bed, and then I'll go all the way around and connect to this end, to this T, and then I will continue the grid all the way through, or as far as I can get. I have quite a bit of drip tubing left, so I may be able to get all the way through this flower bed. If so, that would be great, but I'll go as far as I can until I run out of drip tubing. Okay, so I got as far as I could go, and I am sorry about the wind. I don't know if you all can hear it really well, because I have a windscreen on my camera, so I hope it's not too terrible. But I've got the grid. I was able to get to this area right here, and then I ran out of T connectors to keep going. But those T connectors are the hardest part of this project. Laying out the tubing and everything, that's pretty easy, but connecting the tubing to those connectors is pretty difficult, which I want them to be difficult because I want them to stay together, but it's a pain getting them together. Okay, so I came out here in my plant room to try to get out of the wind. So I have the drip tubing laid on top of the mulch right now, and I was gonna bury it. However, I wanna test it before I bury it completely under the mulch. And I need some solid 1/2 inch tubing to go from my water spigot to the tubing that I just laid out. So I don't have any of that, or I don't have enough of that right now to test everything out. So I'm just gonna leave the drip tubing out on top of the mulch right now, and then I will get some solid tubing to test it out, and I'll be sure to update you on how all that goes. I also plan on, hopefully, I'm getting a load of mulch delivered either later this week or early next week, so I'll be able to get that area completely mulched in. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I'm so excited to be able to get started on laying drip tubing. I want everything on drip tubing this year so that I don't have to worry about going out and manually watering everything all the time. But thanks again for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.